Running a business can feel a lot like driving without a map.
Where are we going?
Some days you feel like you're gaining momentum, moving closer to your goals. And other days, well, you're circling the same block, wondering why you're not getting anywhere. It's frustrating, it's disheartening, and it can quietly stall a business that's full of potential. So that's why today we're going to talk about the real difference between a basic business plan and a true growth strategy. Because one simply outlines where you want to go, and the other shows you how to get there and how to keep moving forward no matter what obstacles you hit. Welcome back to another episode of The Cozy CEO. Well, hey there. I'm Kimberly Ferguson, CEO and founder of The Emerald Edge. I'm so happy that you're here. The Emerald Corner is a place where owning a business means building a life you love, not sacrificing one. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what a growth strategy framework is, why it matters so much for your business's long-term success, and how you can create one that becomes your secret weapon for sustainable, profitable growth. I'll even share my exact framework with you. Let's dive in. So first off, what is a growth strategy framework? Most business owners have a business plan, and it maybe outlines your services, your target market, and your goals. But a business plan alone is static. It may tell you what to do, but it doesn't really tell you how you're going to do it. It doesn't tell you how you're going to grow or how to adapt when the market shifts. A growth strategy framework is dynamic. It focuses on expansion, improvement, and sustainable success by attracting more customers, selling more to existing customers, finding new market opportunities, creating new offers, streamlining operations, increasing overall profitability. This truly happens on a regular basis. Business owners come to me, they tell me that they thought they had what they needed to have a successful, growing, and profitable business because they had a business plan.
Trust me, I got a plan.
But a business plan does sound like it would tell you what to do, right? Well, that's just it. A business plan isn't really a plan at all. It's more like a picture of where you want to be in the future than an actual realistic plan you can follow. Without a framework like this, you're essentially guessing at growth, and guessing, yeah, it's kind of expensive.
This isn't a business plan. It's an escape plan.
If you're looking for a little bit more tailored advice, I do have a free business health assessment on my website. It will walk you through the health of your business on a scale of 0 to 100 and give you real actionable steps to take to improve your financial and overall business health. So I'll go ahead and link that below if you're interested. So why do you need a growth strategy framework? A growth strategy framework isn't just like a nice to have. It's a critical part of your business's success. If you want to ensure growth rather than guess at it, you'll want to build and implement a strategy and follow a framework. Here are just a couple of reasons why. So it gives you clear direction and helps cut risk, right? Instead of chasing shiny objects or wasting money on random tactics, you focus on what actually moves the needle. And knowing exactly what you're focusing on really helps when it comes to other opportunities that may arise. They may be really great opportunities, but if they don't align with your growth strategy, it becomes a lot easier to just say no.
I'm not doing that.
And for a real life example, one of my clients had been throwing money at advertising, from ads to sponsorships to just random leads off the internet, and just living on hope as their strategy. But without a clear strategy tied to specific goals, their advertising would just bring in traffic without any conversions and a lot of wasted cash. So we actually help our clients put a clear growth strategy in place and a system to track return on investment. So this allows them to ensure that they are getting the best bang for their buck and not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. It also keeps you competitive. The market doesn't wait, right? Your competitors are evolving. A solid framework helps you spot opportunities faster and pivot smarter.
Pivot! Pivot!
Think of it like martial arts. You don't win by reacting slowly. You win by anticipating your opponent's next move. It also helps you to reach your full potential. Most small businesses operate way below their true potential. So, a real growth strategy framework challenges you to set bigger goals, take smarter risks, and build a business that can thrive, not just survive. It also supports long-term success. Short-term wins are great. They are 100% more exciting, and they absolutely have a place in business. But sustainable success, well, that requires long-term thinking, regular check-ins, and adjustments based on what's working and what's not. Your growth framework becomes a living roadmap, not just a dusty old binder you shove on a shelf. One of my clients, as I mentioned on my last video, didn't really have a goal of growing his business anymore. In the beginning, he wanted to grow, and he grew like crazy. Any person who came to him for services received his help. He did not say no. But that led him to working crazy hours and burning himself out after several years of nonstop work. He was making amazing money, but it was not sustainable. So as his goals changed for his business, we helped him shift his growth strategy to creating a more sustainable business model. And now he has a strategy in place that can grow and shift as he and his business do. So if you'd like help creating your next steps for your growth strategy, I have a free resource on my website. My business health assessment will help you see how well your business is doing and guide you on where you should focus your energy next to make the biggest impact on your business. I'll link that below for you. So how do I create this business growth strategy framework you keep talking about? Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Are you ready to stop winging it and start growing strategically?
Are you ready?
Well, here's how I create a real framework that supports your long-term success. So first, let's define your business goals. Imagine what it would look like to just start on a road trip with no destination in mind. You could end up in some really interesting places, sure. Or you could end up completely lost with no end in sight. Before you build a roadmap, you need to know where you're headed. So use the SMART framework. We want it to be specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? We want it to be measurable. How will you track your progress, and how will you know when you've hit that goal? You need it to be achievable. Is this goal realistic? Is it relevant? Does it fit with your bigger vision for your company? And it needs to be time bound. What's your deadline? An example of a SMART goal that you could implement is, I'd like to sign 5 new retainer clients in the next 90 days. This kind of goal is much more motivating and something that you'll know exactly whether or not you hit, compared to something like, I'd like to grow my revenue. Pro tip, most service-based businesses grow fastest when they tie goals to both revenue and impact. Try to think beyond the numbers. How is this going to improve your life? How is it going to improve your client's life? And then let's carry out a SWOT analysis. You have strengths, you have weaknesses, you'll face opportunities and threats. And all of these should be considered within your strategy. So doing a simple SWOT analysis gives you clarity. Where can you double down? Where do you need protection or support? And what outside factors could either hurt or help you? And another pro tip is make sure that you're being honest during this exercise. It may be tempting to pretend your business has no weaknesses, but doing so does not make them disappear. It just leaves them exposed. Next, let's identify your target markets. Knowing who you serve best is a growth superpower. And if you haven't yet built out who your client avatar is, now is the time. You need to know who you're searching for before you can properly serve them. Then let's study your existing clients. What do they have in common? What problems do they need solved? Who else might have similar needs that you could serve? Expand wisely based on data and trends, not just gut feelings. For example, if you serve a lot of insurance agents and real estate agents, well, you may do well targeting others in high sales focused industries. Next, let's analyze your competitors. Your competitors aren't just people to fear, they're case studies. They have so many great insights that you can use to help improve what you're offering to make your services irresistible to your target market. What's working for them? Where are they missing opportunities? Find the gaps and position yourself as the obvious, better choice for your ideal client. And then let's set some key performance indicators or KPIs. You can't improve what you don't measure. So you want to track things like revenue growth, customer acquisition cost, retention rate, customer lifetime value, profit margins, and sales conversion rates. These numbers tell you if your strategies are working or if you need to pivot. And if you're not sure what these numbers are, I'll go ahead and link a video for you that I did recently walking through several of these. If you don't know what these numbers are for you, now's the time to dig into them and how they have affected your business. Next, let's create some actionable strategies. Now it's time to get tactical. So for every goal that you set, break it down. What actions will get you there? Who's going to be responsible? What resources are going to be needed? Without action plans, goals stay dreams. And remember, continue breaking each action item until it is in small bite-sized pieces. A task that takes you more than a day to accomplish is not a task, it's a goal. It needs to be broken down even further. And now lastly, monitor and adjust. Business landscapes shift all the time. Check in on your strategy at least quarterly. What's working? What needs to be tweaked? Where are new opportunities emerging? And a quick mindset shift here. Adjusting isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of strategic leadership. Growth isn't luck, it's strategy. Real sustainable growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you have a clear framework, measurable goals, and the discipline to follow through and adjust when needed. Creating a growth strategy framework is the difference between hoping for success and building it, one smart step at a time. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a written growth strategy framework, or has your growth mostly been reactive so far? Drop a comment below and let's talk about your next move. And if you're ready for more one-on-one support, we do financial assessments as well. So we'll walk through your business financial statements. We'll talk about what's going right, what's going wrong, and most importantly, what can you do about it? So you'll actually walk away knowing exactly where your business finances stand. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll link that for you as well below. Well, thank you so much for spending just a few minutes of your day with me today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video.